What's up, everybody? Let me just get my little crazy... I have this nifty little rubber thing that hooks like a claw around my steering wheel, because I like to do talks in my car. But today, I'm doing a quick little Facebook Live. Maybe some people will hop on, maybe they won't. 6 o'clock, kind of a weird time. A lot of you are probably in class or doing dinner and running kids around. But I wanted to cover questions I'm hearing people ask in class, both from brand new clients and from experienced clients. I wanted to follow the rules, essentially, of how to get results with 39-minute workout. And I just want to clarify any misconceptions or cover any misconceptions that people develop. A lot of that is old bad information leaking from your past into working with me. So just like anybody, a financial planner, a trainer, a teacher, there is de-education we have to do before we re-educate. And that is what I see in a lot of people when they come into the program. Even clients I've had for a couple months. And please know, if I ever bring something up that sounds like you, I don't do that to single you out or make you feel weird. I do that because I think this question or this comment I hear in class will be valuable to other people to hear too. So let's see. So let's start with one I heard the other week, and this person might know who she is. And it's really, please understand, this is not to single you out. It's because a lot of people say this. And that is, a client the other day said, I only lost 3.5 pounds this month. And I get the feeling of wanting to say that out loud, that like, oh, why the hell wasn't it 8 or 5 or 10 or whatever you think it should be? But the problem is what this person was missing, and I think the class really held her really well and made her realize this. I literally, the day before she said this, had thought, man, she's changing. She is shrinking. Like, her torso and her face are absolutely changing. When we look at measurements, what we'll find is she's lost inches. Why is it only 3.5 pounds? The answer is, I don't know. But the first thing that often happens for women in particular is you lose inches before you really see it on the scale. If you have 20 pounds or more to lose, you will see it on the scale if you stay the course. But there is some, in the beginning, delay effect on that actual weight loss. Why does that happen? It's probably partially true. There's a little, in the beginning, balance trade-off of muscle gain, fat loss. But remember, I wrote a post earlier this week, by doing kettlebell training, you're investing in making a body that is better at burning fat. That is super key to understanding the way this program works. If you just go down the road and do cardio, you are not investing at being somebody who burns fat better. You are strictly depending on doing that cardio to burn fat. When you invest in building strength, especially functional strength through kettlebells, right? Your front squats, your kettlebell swings, your presses, your rows, your core strength moves. You build that lean muscle and you build a metabolism that's more effective than the person who only does the cardio, and you become really efficient at burning fat. This is why in the beginning, I'd love to get you all 10 pounds of weight loss the first month, but more importantly, the weight loss is, are you moving up in weights, getting stronger? That is more important than are you losing weight on the scale right away. So part of what this client had to understand is, number one, she is changing. Inches are coming off. She's looking better, looking tighter, looking skinnier, more slender maybe is a better word. And 3.5 pounds you can't slough at, because she could have gained 2 pounds of muscle and lost 5.5 pounds of fat. I don't know, but that's the reality, is that you're investing when you get stronger in building a body that burns fat better. Do you all understand that, or have you ever heard that before? If you just went and did a program that was cardio, the second you stop that cardio, you are not better at burning fat. You haven't built a higher metabolism because you haven't invested in building some strength there. Okay, this is why people who run strictly find it hard, and they have to do a lot of it, and they have to maintain a lot of it to really keep results. By building a stronger body first, you then turn all that anaerobic cardio and regular cardio into a great fat burning machine. Okay, so in terms of beginners, some of the questions we have is, how often should I work out? I say 3 or more times a week, probably 3 or 4. Some of you can only eke out 2, that's bare minimum, but my goal for you is 3 or 4. 2 days in a week in a row is 2 days in a row is fine. I would say for most of you, 3 days in a row is not fine. I think you need a recovery period, okay? I don't care if you're experienced or not. I don't like 3 days a week in a row. If I do 3 days a week in a row, I'm gonna get a soreness and a tiredness that feels different than that good sore I had a really good workout. Does that make sense? So 2 days in a row is fine, 3 days, not so fine. I wouldn't really exceed 4, honestly, unless you're really young. I would, for most of you, 3 or 4 is the sweet spot. The other question is a client want to come one night and then the next morning? I would not do that. That's too close. You need muscle recovery time. You need to have 24 hours of that body repairing the damage to the cells and then feeding yourself and then recuperating. I know some of you are jumping in here and there. You might have missed some good content I said before. You feel free to watch the first 5 minutes back at some point, but I'm gonna keep talking. So 2 days in a row, not 3 in a row, and don't ever do a night and then a morning. That's too hard on your body, okay? I've talked about the Goldilocks principle enough in the right order and no more, right? Abby and I talk about creating little like doctor script pads as like a feedback way. One thing I'm gonna urge you all is to get with us in class and ask us, what do I need to do to get results? Because we know you all intimately. And I could tell you right out, I could look at one client and be like, you are lifting weights that are cupcakes for you and at an intensity that's not there, and we've got to get you stronger and moving faster, more explosively. Other clients, I'm gonna say, I think you've gone so heavy that you've lost explosiveness because you're swinging, let's say, a 53 or a 70, and now it has this slow motion look to it instead of that very intense explosiveness the kettlebell should have. So there's this right balance, and we can help you figure out that if it's right. I can tell you from working with you if you need more weight, more intensity, or lower weight so you can reach that intensity. It is funny. I always talk when people are beginning or when people are not embracing the whole get stronger concept, I talk about let's get you stronger, but that is only true to an extent. I will tell you the honest truth that 42 in a couple weeks I'll be 42. I don't need to get 1 ounce stronger to be any healthier or more fit than I am. So I don't try to lift and swing heavier. Could I swing an 88 or a 106? Yes, I can. I have done it. I actually swung one yesterday. But there isn't a lot of trade-off, and when I go to a 106, there's no pop, there's no explosiveness. I might do that for raw power, something most of you don't have any interest in or need, but there is a trade-off when I go to an 88 where it doesn't have the explosiveness. I can get that with a 70, I can get that with a 53. You gotta find that number for you that's the right amount, and when you go too high, you will notice it has a grinding, slow motion feeling to it, not a snap, 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 right? Any of you who've been through my kettlebell skills workshop, we talk about power breathing and snapping. You should never go so heavy you lose that, okay? Nutrition, a big one. I feel like I'm picking on this client. I'm so sorry, I'm not picking on you. You just said some really good stuff that will really help me teach people, because a lot of people still say that. She also said, I can't eat any less, I'm starving. If you ever say to me, I'm starving doing your plan, you are not doing my plan. Got that? I take pause because I want you all to understand this. You're not doing my plan, you're doing what you think of is a diet. What you've learned in the past is a diet. That is not my plan. I don't want you to be hungry. I want you to eat whatever meals you eat until you feel satiated, and learn where satiated and stuffed are, and stick with satiated. I want you to cut back on snacks. I want you to cut back on no foods. I want you to get truly hungry in between meals. Other than that, you just follow my 4 rules of nutrition. You follow our yes-no list and our finding your 500, and that's the system. But being hungry is not in the plan. If you're hungry when you get to a meal, I'm going to tell you what's the 1 rule of nutrition you're missing. Frequency. It means you're not eating enough volume in your meal, or you're not eating frequently enough. My rule of frequency, 3 + 1, right? Breakfast, lunch, dinner. However, whenever they organize, I'm not going to go into intermittent fasting or delaying breakfast. That's for some of you a little more advanced, but breakfast, lunch, dinner. If you get to one meal, lunch or dinner, and you're starving, it means you needed a snack in a couple hours before it, okay? So no hunger. We're not focusing on hungry and cutting calories down to the point where we're starving. We're feeding ourselves with the right food and building this strong athletic body that's explosive and strong in kettlebells, and then that's burning the fat. Not, oh, I'm depleting calories and doing tons of cardio. That's the boring ass 90s way to lose weight. Weight, what is your weight? I can be hired out to come into your house and smack you, if you want, for weighing yourself in daily. Unless you want to know how much your, what you ingest and what you excrete out of your body weighs, do not freaking weigh yourself every day. Did you hear that? Was that clear enough? Is anybody watching this a daily weigh-in person, or were you before? If you are or were, that's fine, admit it. I hope right now you are not. It would be like my student loans were $60,000 for my master's program. If I watched my freaking loan account every single day, I would go batshit crazy. I don't even want to check that thing more than once every few months. There's a scale and a frequency to look at something, right? If I was paying down $20,000 in debt, if I looked at it every day, I'm going to be depressed. Because one day I spent some of it, and the other day I invested in it, whatever. People say, oh, I gained 2 pounds. You didn't gain 2 pounds from a couple days of kettlebells. This is not even possible. You didn't excrete as much as you eliminated. That's the reality. When I was a wrestler in high school, we would wrestle, let's start practice, and 2 hours later we would weigh in, and I would lose 6 pounds in one stinking practice. One practice. Imagine what menstruation does to you. Imagine what a cheat day does to you. Imagine what a really hard workout and a big meal does to you immediately. They're all going to fluctuate. You do not stay 172, 172, 172. Doesn't happen. If you weighed yourself twice a day for a week, you'd be like, oh my God, it's like, right? It's going to do that. No more than once a week are you allowed to weigh yourself in, unless you want to be crazy, go crazy and hire me to come over and smack you, which I will do. Check your weight once a week, no more. Maybe if it's pathological for you, you even need Abby or me or one of your trainers to check it, and you not even look at it, because I can coach you guys through plateaus. Abby can coach your nutrition through plateaus. We can get you results. I don't want you to go it alone. I don't want you to get depressed and check out on yourself. Every person who's come to us who's needed help, we have helped them get results by checking in on their food, their nutrition, their fitness, right? Getting that all dialed in. So don't go it alone if you're a member of ours. Use us for, yeah. Whoa, it's flashing. So weight, don't check daily, yada, yada. The other question, the other piece I keep hearing from people, I'm doing more cardio. I'm doing more cardio outside of here. Do you need more cardio is the question. So I've been mulling this over, and I was doing stations today. If you all got to work out today, or if you missed it, you got one more chance at 6:45 p.m. to come in and do a workout. But we did the stations workout, and I'm going hardcore on battling ropes and burpees and airdyne bike and kettlebell swings and jump rope, and my heart is up there for the entire 6-minute set, and I'm thinking, anybody who's not getting that in class, something is amiss. What we do at 39-minute workout is 90% also cardio. We do a lot of strength focus. We do a lot of kettlebell weights. I just got really dark. Why am I getting dark? I don't know why it got dark. Don't confuse the fact that why is it getting dark on me? Don't confuse the fact that you are holding weights in your hand that you aren't doing cardio. What you're doing is cardio that also builds and maintains lean muscle, which is more effective over the long haul. I understand some of you will have snap quick changes if you just did cardio, but what do you hear from people who, Vera said it last month when she won Client of the Month for her weight loss, right? She's lost 15 pounds. She said, I used to run and I was lighter than I am now, and I looked sickly. Now I'm whatever I am right now, whatever she is right now, and I love how I look. I look firm, I look athletic, I look great. Does she want to lose a few more pounds? Yes. But she's doing it in a healthier way that creates a better looking product than people who just do strictly cardio, like run, okay? So, do you need more cardio? Probably not. If you're doing this 3 days a week, I would seriously question whether you truly need more cardio. I think that's a mental construct that says, oh, I sweat and I get my heart rate up when I do cardio. Well, I can promise you one thing: sweat ain't got shit to do with fat loss. It feels good and it's cathartic and all that jazz, but sweat doesn't have a damn thing to do with fat loss. So you can go do cardio kickbacks for an hour and a half, and you are not making the same metabolic changes to your body as 39 minutes of kettlebell training does. So that's my soapbox about cardio piece. Just understand that by building strength through kettlebells, you're creating a lean muscle body that is better at burning fat than somebody who strictly does cardio. So beware of, I need more cardio as an answer. Is there anything wrong with doing kettlebells 2, 3, 4 times a week and adding some cardio into there for fun? Absolutely not. It's a great combo. My favorite combo personally is 3 kettlebell workouts a week, or 4, and 2 or 3 days a week of walking. Intense 45-minute to hour walks, full tilt, 3 miles or so, nice and fast. That's a great program I can lean up in a matter of weeks doing that combo. So that's a great combo, I think, for you too. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. I covered a lot of stuff today. How often should you train? What's your nutrition? How often to check weights? All that kind of jazz. I've covered a lot of stuff. If anybody has any questions, let me know. I'll always address them. If it's a good question I think a lot of people will find use from, then yada yada. I lost where I was. So I'll see you all next time. What's up for that? That's it for now. Thanks, guys. Bye.